And so we are live. Hello, hello, everyone. It's another amazing opportunity to be here with everyone again. Hoo hoo! Happy new month of September, you all. Happy new month. Yes, it's another amazing month that is full of what? Surprises, successes. Amazing goals being achieved, right? Yes. And we are using this opportunity to remind everybody that we have 4 months to go, right? Now is the time to revisit the drawing board. Let's go check our goals again. All those goals all those promises we made, right? The first day of this year, January 1st, 2022. How close are we to them? Do we still need to work some more? Yes, let's go get those work done, right? It's another episode of creating passive incomes. If we can, yeah, you can too, right? Today I have with me in the house Sonia. Sonia, say hi to our audience.
Hi everyone, good
All
evening and
right.
happy new month.
Good. I have Omolola here with me. How are you doing today?
Good, and you? Hello,
Good.
everyone. How are
And
you doing? I'm happy to be here.
right. And we have Omolara, we all understand how life goes, especially when it comes to networks and all of those. Yeah, she's having some network issues, so she will be joining us any moment. And yes, I definitely cannot forget our amazing team members. We have Modupe, right? She's not here today because she's attending to some business issues and also what? Catching fun, right? She's catching fun. And that is what our business affords us, right? We are able to travel and work and earn from anywhere, right? Also, we have Adebola. Hey, Debbie K, how are you? She's also not here today because she's attending to, some business issues. And that is how we roll, right? Today, we're going to be talking about an amazing topic that we think every household should sit down at the round table to discuss at this time and age. And what's that topic, you may ask me, right? It is simply, why should we consider passive income? Why should we consider passive income? So I'm gonna just, how we do it, right? Going around and, asking our friends here, our sisters, our amazing business partners, what they think about this. And we're gonna be sharing from a place of personal experience with you, right? Now, what is passive income? I don't really understand too much English. I say that here all the time. Grammar no be my this thing, right? Now why I go school. That's why I went to school to study English language, right? Because I don't know it. And I want to know it, right? So when we talk about passive income, that means there is an opposite to it. It's active income, right? That active income is something you are actively involved in that is generating income for you. Why passive income is something that yield for you without you necessarily having to be actively involved in it, right? All right. So I want to I will go to Sonia first. Sonia, in your own perspective, can you just give us, your understanding of what passive income is all about?
Oh, thank you so much for the question. When you say you can't talk about passive without talking about active income, because it's a road to each other. You can't actively say you want to go into passive income without going to active income first. You build from there. Going back to the days our parents, what we learned is go to school, come out, you work actively. Doing the doctor job, your nursing job, your journalist job, all those are active income. You put in the hard work to be able to make the money to move to passive income. So now passive income is the money you generate when you don't necessarily have to do something. Maybe you invest in something and it's yielding income for you while you're just chilling at the beach. Those are passive income. Now, when someone asks me as a mom, why do you want a passive income? And I'll always share one, because I want to have when I want to work and when I don't want to work. I want to be able to choose when I retire and retire well without having to put in all the hard work when I'm old. I'm using the instance of my mom. She's in her 60s, but she's still working actively. you know, Sometimes we say it's good so that they can keep fit. But when I look at like, what have you built, passively, I'm not seeing anything. And this is from my personal experience. I always tell people it's from this business I learned a lot of things that I wasn't taught in school. And that is passive income. And no one taught us about entrepreneurship, all those. We just went to school, we write exam, you come out, you'll be good in one. That was why I always say that schooling, academics is just a way, is a prison in another sense, if you understand it. Education is a life thing. You learn from your life journey. So education is what I'm learning during my business, because I've learned a lot of things that I am teaching my own mom and my own siblings not to work actively. Now, when you come to America, or generally everyone, the max that we work every month is about 160 hours to 200 hours, and that might generate for you 1,920 hours in a year. And the income is between 20,000 to about 80,000, depending on what you're doing. Now, that is active income. Now, when you want to earn passively, that is our advice, or that is why we are here. When you want to earn passively, you have to move from actively putting in your time for money to passively not having to put in your hours, and you are making money. So I'm going to leave it here so we all have things to talk about. Thank you, sis.
Thank you so much. You know what? I pick a lot of things from what you said, and I really, really appreciate that. It is high time we begin to unlearn a lot of things that along the way put in our heads. It's time to unlearn, to relearn. Are we ready? Are we at the state of unlearning? And are we ready to relearn? We are learning that going to school is not all about it. It's high time we learn to earn even while we are sleeping, right? Now I'll go to Omolola. A lot of us, especially parents in the diaspora, we cherish time a lot. A lot of times when you're talking with people, with families, they will like, there is no time. I don't have that time, right? What will you say is the correlation between, having time for your family and, getting involved in passive income?
Oh, thank you so much. I believe you're talking to me, right? Because you have
Yes.
Omolara and Omolola.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
good.
talking to Omolola.
Omolola now. Okay, that's
Mhm.
fine. Thank you so much for the question. To my own belief, as a woman, I think everybody should go with passive income. And it's very important in our life because, especially as a mom, and at this stage of our life, what we need now is passive income because we're not growing any younger. And the older we get, the lesser stress we should be involving. So that is the most reason why we have to be active in passive income compared to every other thing. Because we need a lot of time for ourselves. We need a lot of time for our family. And also we need to earn because that's the most important thing. If you don't have much, like if you don't have enough money, the whole thing won't go around. So as much as we need to earn, we really have to be involved in a way of earning that will require less stress. That is when passive incomes comes in. That is when it's in coloration. how do I say, please? English is
Right.
not my language,
I
as you said the
understand.
other time too. Please
I'm
just
with
take me
you.
take me the way I pronounce it. So that's the more reason why we have to be more active in a way of passive income. So that's my own point. Thank you so
I
much.
really appreciate that. We all need that time. We all need that uh, you know, you can't quantify that memory. You can't put a price on that memory that you create with your young family, especially those of us that are still having young family. And for those that have, I mean, that already have grown-ups, looking back, looking back, if you're watching us now, or you're gonna be catching up on the replay, look back, cast your mind back, and look at it that what would have happened? How will my relationship with my family have improved if I have had, enough time to spend with them? Right? Now, I'll go to Omolara. Omolara, are you able to? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, but it seems you are frozen.
My
It's
network
still the network,
uh,
right?
is the
Yeah.
network because it's been raining all day. So I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll go with your beautiful and sonorous voice, okay? Yeah. So, Amalola said something when she was talking about stress. Now, how will you say our amazing business helps families, thousands of families, to reduce stress? Because we all want that stress to be gone, that anxiety and the fear of the future. Almost every family is anxious about what is going to happen next. When I'm out
Mhm.
of job, or when I want to go for vacation in the next 2, 3 months, I,
Okay.
I have to overwork myself. How will you say our amazing business has come to play in this?
Wow. Thank you so much. And good evening, everyone that are watching us at this time. We appreciate you joining us. Thanks for our guests that join us this evening. So regarding the question, in our business community and the kind of business model we use, and then we're using it to create passive income for ourselves. And this has reduced a lot of stress in the life of families, that have joined this business. It has reduced a lot of stress in the sense that, a lot of people, even before we started this business, I can see myself and some other people in the same category of working multiple jobs. And then you want to go. I mean, if I tell you, ever since I've been in this country, I've never gone out of this country for what? For vacation. Simply because of what? Almost 17 years of my life. Simply because of what? There is no time. I have to work multiple jobs in order to meet up with standard of living, to meet up with paying bills and all that. And so it get to a point I was so tired doing all this. And I said to myself, I need something to do, something that will generate income for me, that whereby I'll be in my house and be working at the same time, still having my regular job. So I had to quit some of these jobs. I mean, cut down the hours, quit, and then just have one stream of income coming in even before I started my business. And since I started my business, I've been having, there is peace of mind. I have my health back, and then the stress, less stress. And that's the more reason why we having a business that will help us in order to reduce our stress. Because I know a lot of people are going through stress in this country, wherever we are in diaspora. We're going through stress. If you are not doing 2 jobs, you'll be doing 3 jobs. If you are not doing 3 jobs, you're doing maybe three with part-time, with PRN, juggle from one place to another. And this is not helping us health-wise. And working in the health industry, I see a lot of things every day. People being depressed because of they have to meet up with family, family obligation. They have to meet up with so many things. And so I've seen all that, and I said to myself, no, I can't go through this anymore. And that's the reason why passive income is working for me, because our business is working for over 129,000 and we're still counting. It's
Oh,
working
yeah.
for us. Yeah, it's working for each and every one of us. And that's the more reason why people should see in the area of having something on the side that will generate income for you, even while you are sleeping, even while you are not there, even while you are at your other jobs that you're doing. Your income will be coming in steadily. Having paycheck, having regular job. Of course, we all know, if it's not once in a month, which is the salary, it's going to be every 2 weeks, and which is what everybody are used to. Every 2 weeks and paycheck. We know when the paycheck is coming in. But for this one, it comes in every single day. Whether you are vacationing, whether you are sleeping, whether you are cooking, whatever you might be doing, the business is running and is working out for you, creating more passive for you, income for you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Hello, people. Yes, we are talking about business, a digital business that is proven, tested, and proven, right? Believe you me, believe you me. When I say a business is working and working while you're sleeping, yes, we can testify to it, right? So if you are just joining us, and I see a lot of you just coming on, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate that. We see Funke Olanino, Mo Onat, yes. We see a moment, Ben Vicky, Olabisi Shadare, thank you all so much. We see Bronze Vicky, thank you so much all for joining. Let's know where you are joining us from. Now, I want to go to Sonia. Sonia, so I want to ask you again. I'm going to that from a personal experience or from your view of things generally, will you say that it's possible to plan effectively for a future without a passive income?
Oh man. I always share the joy in actually finding this business because prior to this, all I knew was career, go to my nursing job, come back, take extra shifts if I want to generate extra money, you know, and which was posing health issues for me. And also in my family, I wasn't present. For me, my business, I shared a little story about it last week. It was just my 7-year-old daughter that actually made me start looking for something to do outside my nursing career. you know. So in terms of looking for something and building it that is going to be passively, one thing I learned on this journey is, like you said, if you do not learn how to earn money while you sleep, you're going to work till you die. And that is so true. Now, when it comes to passive income, like I said earlier, you actively move passively. Now, what it means is when you generate that money you want to generate, that your big dream, the next is for you to invest it to work for you passively. Now, a lot of people think making money is about seeing it in the bank and actually seeing yourself having a huge chunk of money. Now, there is this thing that the rich or the wealthy don't tell anyone. One, they don't have jobs. Two, they don't pay taxes. You know why?
Hmm.
Because they are earning passively. Passive income is a continuous cash flow and you don't pay tax on it. The higher you are helping, because it's more like you're helping the government, the higher you are solving problem, the higher you are serving people, the higher you're creating jobs, the more benefits you add to the economy, the more benefit you add to your generation, the more benefit you add to the government. So you actually add incentives in your taxes. You don't pay. So I was listening to Rob this evening, and Rob says something. The harder you work, the poorer you get, because it still revolves around the system, which is you make the money. When the money comes, you pay your mortgages, you pay your bills. At the
Mhm.
end of the month, the remaining you want to save it in the bank, which the bank might not give you percentage,
Oh,
might
right.
not. They might, in fact, the percentage comes in cents. If you want to be saving the money, it comes in cents, and it does not make sense. So I always tell people the thing is actively grow your funds. Now invest it to work for you passively so that you're not taking, because I'm going to talk from the nursing perspective. You're not taking extra shifts when you want to buy Christmas presents. You're not taking extra shifts when you want to fund your trip. Sometimes they don't even afford you the break for you to go for for the holiday because we have less people working. You are always needed. So how can you do this? By earning passively. So when you get to the point where you think, okay, I think I'm done with career, I want to just chill at the beach, spend time with my family, create that memory, then your money is already working for you passively. And there's so many ways, which I'm not going to go into that place now, to earn passively. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hey, people. Tell and share. Tell and share. Tell and share. Share this to people in your life that you think will need a source of passive income. And let me tell you, you might be the angel that God is sending to someone when you share this with them. Because guess what? A lot of people are in need of something, an idea of how they can generate passive income, but they don't know how to go about it. So if you are, watching this right now, you are catching up on the replay. Take a moment to think about those people in your life that will need something to boost their income. And please do not hesitate to share with them. All right, Omolola, I'm back with you. All right, my question to you, Omolola, is we've heard a lot about passive income and everything, right? Now, a lot of people, a lot of us, let me put it that way, a lot of us in the diaspora, we come here with the mindset of coming in to make greener pastures and all of that, right? Now, when we come here, a lot of us ended up doing what we don't like. We have we came with a certificate, we will learn things, and we have hobbies that we love to do, but because of the situation that we find ourselves here, we ended up jettisoning all of these things and just focusing on work. How will you say committing to passive income or creating another source of income passively will help us to go back to those things that we love?
You're mute.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
All right. Thank you so much for that question, and I love that question so much. Talking from my personal experience, I always tell people that when we come to abroad, we always have high hopes. We always think immediately we get in here, we just be plucking money from the tree, you know, and then whatever the certificate we bring in from Nigeria, it's always like a trash.
Hmm.
You have to start from the beginning. You have to, if you want to go to school, even if you don't want to go to school, there are so many certain things you need to go into that it's going to take a longer year before you can achieve your dreams. So this is the more reason why we have to connect to this passive income of a thing we are discussing, because that is the only way you can achieve your dream at your early age without having to retire at the age of 60 or 70, like Tonya said before we started the program. We don't have to go through all that. We don't have to go through what our parents or our family or our relatives have gone through. We have to break this chain. We have to change this rat race. We have to do something different that will benefit our generation, that a lot of people will even learn from. You have to just preach this the gospel. How did they put it? Preach the gospel. Yeah,
Mhm.
we have to preach this gospel about this passive income, about active income, about connecting both together, without having to work extra hours before we can achieve our dreams. So that's what I have to say about it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hey, people watching us, catching up on the replay. It's time to rewrite the story. And you have the pen, you have the paper. It is left to you what you do with it, right? Change the narrative. It's time to change that narrative of you having to just go to school and go work for somebody. Who told you? You watching us now or catching up on the replay. Who is telling you that you cannot be an employer of labor? Who is telling you that you cannot employ yourself? Why are you telling yourself unnecessary stories. Believe in yourself. Believe and step out of that comfort zone, because guess what? Passive income is the way. Take a quick research. Go to those people that had a source of passive income when the pandemic hit. Did the passive income stop? No. But almost all active jobs stopped, except those in the health sector, right?
Yes.
Now, those in the health sector, most of them are going out of, you know, compulsion, because they need to save life, and they are missing a lot out of their own family, right? So, Omolara, I'm coming back to you. So, what will you say about the relationship between passive income and early retirement? I always love this. I always love this. What's the relationship between, when you have a passive income, a source of passive income, or sources of passive income, and what? And, early retirement.
All right. Thank you so much for that. Well, I love that. I love that portion of what you just said, because everybody are praying to like retire early, and then maybe because they don't have an option. I would say because they don't have an option, so they keep working. They kept working to the age of retirement age, which is 65. And some even retire. When they retired at 65 at their current that present job, guess what they did? Because the money is not enough.
Mhm.
So they had to go take up another job, probably at the age of 66. Some
Mm,
of them, when you go to Walmart, we see them at Target, we see them everywhere, opening doors for people at age of 66, 67, whereby they need, at that age, they're supposed to be in their home, vacationing everywhere, probably be with families, don't even think of going back to work at that age anymore. But we still see them everywhere, simply because the money, the income they were getting at that time when they were still working, after they retired, they gave them, of course, bonuses and all whatever they're going to give them for retirement. At the end of the day, guess what? The money is not enough. It's not always enough. And that's the reason why we always come out here, like we are doing right now, preaching the gospel, just like Omolola said, preaching to everybody that you don't have to work yourself to death before you can retire early. Retirement is so good, whereby you have something to fall back on, whereby you have an income that is coming in. You don't even you're not gonna even worry that um if already okay, I'm 65, I'm not gonna bother myself because that money is coming in. I've worked to the point whereby having a business, and if you have been in business for like 15, 20 years, you would have worked and leave wealth for your children. But having gone through paycheck to paycheck, tell me, what legacy are you going to give your children? What legacy, what wealth legacy are you going to leave for your children? None. Because let's say, where is the legacy? Where is the wealth for somebody at 65, 66, 67 still going back to the store, you know, getting extra job simply because they want to continue living. And so that's the reason why passive income is something everybody needs to look into. You having a passive income, you'll be able to retire early. Retirement, how would you love it if you are just 50 and you are at the age of 50? How would you love it if you're just 40, 35, 36, retiring at that age? Simply because that what you are getting in your business is far more better than what you are earning in your regular job. Okay, let's say, okay, in our community, I can remember the last person that retired. I think she's about 38 or 39. I remember everybody celebrated that, wow, congratulations, simply because there is a passive income coming in. What she's earning is times three, I would say even times five of what she's earning at a regular job. If I'm earning that kind of money right now, if I'm in that position right now, of course, we just started newly, fine.
Right.
And even at that, we still making progresses, right? We are successful doing this business. So let's now assume I'm less than 2 years and I know what I've achieved so far, what God has used this business to achieve in my life. So let's now say I'm already 4 or 5 years in the business. Come on now, I would have retired because I would have known what is coming in for me. I would have been earning times three of what I'm earning at my regular job. And before you could say you want to leave your job, we are not saying you should leave your job. People that are listening to us, please, 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 don't say, oh, they said we should leave our job. Don't quit your job until you have something to fall back on. If you have something good, decent to fall back on, then you can decide. Nobody's going to tell you when the right time comes, you're definitely going to retire. Nobody's going to tell you that because when you see the income coming in and you're earning more than times three, for you to say you want to retire at 40, 45, 50, you might have had, let's say, like 300% of what you are earning at your regular job. So if you're earning that, why are you still going back there? Why don't you use that business as your own full time and focus on it so that you can build it so that you can, at the end of the day, you can leave it for your children. Even we saying, oh, leaving it for our children, you don't have to leave it for your children. You can inculcate your children into the business. As long as your children is 18 years and above, put your children in it before you know it. That is how we build wealth. That is how wealth keep increasing in the family, and that's
Generational
how we
wealth.
extend to the generation. Thank you, Motunrayo.
Thank you so much. Oh my God. We are moving closer, closer and closer to the end of this, but I don't want it to end, okay? And I know a lot of you there too. Yeah, don't want it to end. Yeah, I see you, Bronze. He said, I really wish I can be part of this mind-blowing community. Hello, nothing is stopping you to be on, okay? Hop on onto any of the URLs, right? Let me take this off. Can you see any of the URLs there? Anyone starting with www? Go there, put your name and your email. Okay, start from there. That is you doing your due diligence, finding out if this is something you want, finding out if this is the way God is gonna answer that prayer that you've been offering to Him intensely. Okay, I'm coming to you, Miss Sonia. Oh my God, are you ready for me? Yeah. My question to you is this: how will you say passive income create, a platform for financial ability and growth? And to be honest with you, that would be my last question for tonight. How will you say passive income guarantees that?
Okay, I'm just going to share from the story of the people, popular people we know. We all buy their courses and all that. So going back to Bob Proctor that passed 2 months ago,
Mhm.
he created passive income. Why? He started with active income. He started cleaning offices in London, like I'm sharing from his personal story, till he read this book that was given to him. And he shifted his mindset from actively working in a job to creating something passively. And one beauty thing about passive income is, as this inflow, you are also helping people that you don't even know. So imagine creating one, avenue for you to earn passively, and that alone blew in such a way that people from all walks of life you literally didn't know from anywhere are also earning passively. Now, passive income has the ability to either to increase you as a person, increase other people as well. Now, he passed, and every day in the week, people that have benefited from his books, his mindset stuff, and all that, they do a daily program that we all watch. And guess what? The family are still making huge amount of money from what he created passively. Apart from his family, other families that just learned from him built theirs. They are growing from there. Now, passive income is something you build generationally. I tell someone yesterday, if you're doing something that is not transgenerational, man, you have to reframe your mind and change the concept of working actively, because we have the time now. We have the health now. Now is the time to actually create something so that life happens. I shared someone, mortality is a reality. Now, when it happens, the people always say about family and all that. what have you done for these people before you were leaving? Are you that parent that you leave a huge chunk of debt in the credit card for them to pay? Are you that parent that maybe you built a house? I'm not saying go no credit debt, because that is another aspect of finance that is also good. Are you that parent that you have a chunk of houses that have mortgages to pay, and you leave them people that have no knowledge on how to manage those things to do it for you, and it becomes a liability? So as parents, as individuals, it's high time we remove, with all due respect, the mediocre mind of actively working in a job, actively hard work all the time and making one yearly income, and you think you've arrived. No, if you have nothing passively, trust me, like you look back at time, like every year you are still rotating the same thing and you have no life. But when you have something actively, now I like I shared with Sister Mara on her page. Now I'm home now because I choose to build actively. My children will get to a time that they don't look up to me for anything. Then I can concentrate on career. It's ongoing, it's there. I've had my doctor tell me, Sonia, relax. Nursing job will always be there. Man, they have a time they rely on you, and they have the time that they don't depend on you. Their friends, their peers tell them a lot of things to do. They have their gadgets that they spend most of the time with. They don't have it anymore with you. Now, when they are young, that is when you craft them on, how our parents raised us, eye contact. If you're not present with a child, you're looking at the child and the child is wondering, what are you saying? But a child that you groom yourself as a
Mom, is
mother
something in your eyes?
Yes.
knows,
Let me help you remove it.
you know, knows when you're communicating, when you're
Generational
saying
child.
no with the eyes. And that is what you do at the comfort of creating a passive income. Like I tell someone, you don't need to leave your job. Active income, helps you, is a roadmap to your passive income. But as young as you are, as old as you are, you are not too old or too young. Any day you can start something, build it, and let it also help generations. That is success. Success without a successful successor is a waste of time. Legacy or no legacy, whether you build it, they might just be praying for you to die, they sell it off. But you have to actively build something. You incorporate your children in it, they build, and it's ongoing, and they don't regret you as a parent. You leave your name in the sandprint of time, not just your family alone. That is what active and passive income does for you. Thank you, sis.
Ooh,
Wow.
okay.
That was dope.
There is something in my eyes. People, help me to remove it.
Let me help
What
you.
are you doing now?
Oh my
Can
God.
you transfer it to generations yet unborn?
Yes or no?
Your certificate
No way.
or your passive income?
Yes
Yes,
or
we
no?
have a business that you can incorporate your children in if you're not ready to be done with the business yet. And yes, it is legitimate, right? So, as we come to the end of this, I will go to Omolola. Omolola, in a minute, what is your advice to someone that is still contemplating either going for, a passive income or not?
Thank you so much for that question, Sister Motorayo. Like I will still go back to what I said earlier about not getting any younger. The time is now. The right time is right now in front of you. All you need to do is to just take the leap of faith. Do your due diligence about this business. We are not asking you to just jump into it because none of us did. We all went through one stage of the other, even if it is not shown to you, but we all know there are some steps we took before considering this business. So we're asking you to do the same. All you need to do is to just take one of the websites, log into it, put in your email address and your name. And then after that, you can start doing your research about it, how genuine it is, how legitimate is the businesses. After that, we are here to help you. It's just that simple. You don't have to waste any more time because we are talking about a business that is a lot of people are benefiting from. A lot of family are being successful on this business. So what are we talking about here? There's no more time to waste. Once you see something that is legit, you see a lot of people coming out talking about it, you should know that there's something very, very, very genuine about it. If it is not, we won't be here. you can see my background is kind of very busy and noisy with my family. I won't leave everything I'm doing and be coming here, what I have in my house is enough for me. But because of my why, because of what I want in life, because of where I want to be, that I'm not there yet, and what I have right now with me, that is my job, is not giving me what I want. That's why I search for something else. And this business is giving me what I want. And I believe it's going to take me to my what?
Beautiful
My
destination.
my destination.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So thank you so much for that.
Let's go there, people. All right. In 1 minute. Thank you so much, Omolala, for that. In 1 minute, Omolara, take the floor.
All right, people, you've heard it all. And you've seen us coming out every now and then. If anything we are doing here is a scam, by now you should know. Because if people are scamming, if we're scamming, you're not going to see our face. We're just going to go faceless. We're going to be robots. Just like now that in Canada, I remember Sonia telling me that now in Canada, all what they're using now is robot. Robots, when you go to a restaurant, robot will serve you. You hardly see people, walking anymore. And that's the point. That's what we are trying to say. This passive income is what it's a must. You must have it. Because look at those people that are working at those restaurants before. Now they don't have a job anymore. Assuming they have something to fall back on, they won't even bother, right? But now that robot has taken control, taken over, serving people, you go to their banks, it's robots. So what are you going to do? What do you want to fall back on? That's the reason why you need to check it out. We are not scam. We don't scam people. Our businesses are registered with the state of each country we have. Me, Omolola, Motrayo, we are in US. Sonia is in Canada. So if we have to scam you, do we know each other? We don't know each other, but this business brought us together. And then we are doing what? We are communicating one way or the other. If we are not communicating, you won't see us on this platform tonight. So do your due diligence. Go on those websites. Request for more information. Make inquiries. That's what we all did at the beginning. We did our due diligence. We make inquiries, and boom, we are here telling you to do the same thing. My friend, my people, please, ẹ jẹ́ ká yára ní sense o, ká yára ní common sense, because the way this life is going now, you see things are increasing every time. Recession everywhere. Are you still going to be saying your paycheck can still sustain you? It can't sustain you. So the only way out is for you to have your business, and you must have it. It is a must. And like one of our partners, she's not here today, Sister Motun Modupe, she said, "You will, you must, you need to, you have to, and you must, and it is you must have it, because that's the only way out that you can, you can do what you can help families. You can even just yourself help yourself and your family at the end of it all." Thank you, Moturayo. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Oh my God. Oh my God. Even though we went a little bit above our time, I am so sorry because we just need to really, really, you know, round this up. And I'm saying that this is huge. If we are listening to this, it is not a coincidence. It is for a purpose. It is because it is written that you, on this day, 3rd of September 2022, you're going to be coming across this. You're going to be watching this. There is a reason for that. It is now left for you to discern the purpose and to utilize it. Okay, we've done our part, right? That is telling you about this business. And I must tell you that passive income is very, very essential at, every stage of our life, and especially at this time that we all are in, right? And until we start, creating generating income while we sleep. According to Warren, he said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you buy. I don't pray for pie for anybody, but Sonia said it. We can't afford it. It will come. But you don't want to work until that time. You want to enjoy that life. Enjoy amo. Hey, it is sweet. All right. Another thing is Do something today that your future self will say thank you to you and your generations yet unborn. And on this note, we want to say thank you to all of our amazing viewers. We see you all, we hear you. Thank you so much for your participation, for your comments, for your likes, for your share. We say thank you, and we say let the comment section continue to blow up. We are ready to answer all of your questions. Go there, put your email, your name on any of the website, and definitely we will get in touch with you. And on that note, we say bye until we come your way again.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you all for
Thank you
watching.
so much.